Hmm. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to figure something out here. How you guys doing? Full of Mexican food? Nice. I have to go shovel my elderly neighbor stairs. I just call her Mrs. Wimpliston or Dorothy Butterworth. No idea her real name. Huh. Nice. Hey, what's up? I'll be more visible soon. Maybe. Have we ever had low opacity, Girk? We have. Yeah. I'm just trying to get my camera to work. Mm. Well, I'm still here. Do we have the Google list for this week? Or did Carl not do it because he's moving back into his house? His wife's boyfriend moved out. Um, what disappoints you more between Epic Pen and this camera? They both kind of suck. If I'm going to be perfectly honest. Hmm. Maybe if I try this. Fucking awesome. What's up, man? All right, I'll take some requests because I don't think I have a list otherwise. So if you guys want to drop some stocks, you got 2 minutes and then I'm cutting it off. Critical margin theory. I can see what you guys are writing. Just because I'm not on camera doesn't mean I'm laughing at myself, Bob. Hey, what's up? All right, no more tickers. Is that working? God, this is bullshit. Hmm. Here, I'm just trying to fix something. Brown pants? Can you fix my port? Probably not. How much of it's left? The FTDs from the 1-6 move matter, or they've likely been netted off. I think they mattered on 1-6. You mean like our move up? I assume there'll be whatever FTDs that were generated on ETFs during that period will be relevant during the next period that we have FTDs. Okay. All right, let's try this. Boom. Good. Fuck. What a pain in the ass. All right. Let's see where we are and do stuff. All right, let's see. We got BBAI. Well, the first thing is I don't have options data on it, so I guess you just want technicals. The fuck is this? Go away. Oh, that's C3AI. BBAI. It's up 26%. Do you want to short it? Looks like it moved pretty hard during the ETF FTD period. But I don't know what the options on it look like. Slightly lower volume on the second leg up. They must have had some news or something, I assume. They got a Defense Department contract. Okay. So, I guess it could keep going up. Why don't you find out what the contract's worth? There's resistance up at like $10.39 from forever ago. It's still just like a weird, shitty spec, right? I know it's a retail pump, but could you look at ACHR? That looks like it's coming down. Also, don't know if I have data on that. Oh, we do actually. All right, so we can look at this one. So trading a bit below Gamma Max. After that finally caught up, Delta Neutral's down around like $4. GN hasn't moved towards spot, but it looks like total delta on the chain's starting to bleed off, and some of the gamma's coming off a bit. There's still some room to the upside for it to bounce up. But Vol's getting crushed out pretty consistently. I would say it's more likely to fail. How many days has Vol been dropping now? Pretty consistently since what, like the December 2nd? So like 30, 45 day window. Mm, hmm. So maybe some short vol pull back around. Then maybe a little bit here. So if it loses, what, $9? Yeah, if it loses like $9 to the downside, things, which it's really close to, it's like right at support. It could probably fall off back to like 6 or 450. Let me see what IV10 looks like. That's also kind of just grinding down. Yeah, alright, so. But it can still bounce back up and test GM, so it's kind of tricky. Um, Neo. Weird request. It's boring as fuck. Slightly supported at delta neutral. Delta's been falling off pretty steadily for a while. But I don't really know if it's at the point where it's gonna fail. GN's starting to turn up. Looks like there's plenty of sold put support here out into like Feb Opex. Feb Opex, April. Some out into January. OI is like 114,000 at that strike. It doesn't look particularly bullish either. IV's a little bit elevated relative to realized vol. So IV may fall a little bit more. Options chain, it's going to be pretty hard to get up to $5. Probably pretty hard to fall below 4. Well, I guess it could like 350 to 4. 450. Seems like pretty solid buying pressure for. This might be something that you want to like short strangle, or like covered short strangle, like like that. It's kind of dog shit. But maybe you could put some theta on it, I guess. I wouldn't want to go long or short though. It looks terrible. It looks like it's always going to be between $4 and $5. Palantir. Palantir's got some room to keep moving up, I think. Like $10 more. I know it's blown out above Gamma Max, so we're looking into this right now. But there's probably room up to $20. Volatility did fall off pretty hard on the IV30 but then picked back up again on Friday. Is that the day it picked up? Boop. Yeah. Looks like calls were probably bought 115, 120. There's still a little bit of delta left to the upside. Supports at 110. I don't like that vol fell off so hard. But yeah, I mean, this could move up to like 120, 121. SMCI? Looks boring. Did get a few good days at the end of last week. 36. Should be moderately supportive. There's plenty of delta to the upside. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's got room to move out to. Vol's kind of creeping up on the 30-day. Maybe 10's rocketing. So still bullish positioning coming in. Bit of delta fell off at the expiration, but that might pick back up. Okay, so this might. So there might be an opportunity to like catch a pullback on that, and then like because all the delta from the weeklies fell off on Friday. So I would say if that delta is going to come back in, like this might sell off a little bit. I'm not quite sure how far. I mean, there's some support at 36 and 35, but I guess technically it could pull all the way back to 30 before finding support. So if it was like red in the pre-market tomorrow, I'd be really wary of it. And I'm not actually sure if it moved in the overnight session. Let me take a look. It pulled back a little bit in the overnight session, but not much. It's a technical breakout at 36.50, which I got rejected off of. And 37. Yeah. It might pull back a little bit more than just 35, 36. But 35 and 36 do look pretty supportive here. I would say if it finds more support here, it's very likely that it'll push up to 40 or higher. I should probably put or higher. What was next? Beyond. Didn't it come off Reg Show and like nothing happened? Still only matters if it gets above 4 or 5. Anything interesting going on here? Gamma Max is getting pretty close to spot, and a lot of that out of the money sold call positioning seems to have fallen off back in Jan. So I like that Delta's turning a little bit positive here. Um, but like at the money Gamma still kind of looks like shit. And getting above $5 still looks nearly impossible. Longer dated IV expectations are pretty bad. Closed under 4. So slightly bullish. I don't think the situation on this is going to change much. It's just like 7. Zom. Ooh. Climb back over DN. Some resistance at like 110 previously. Riley. Is Riley still under $5? Yes. Uh, what's next? BTU. How's that been doing? I mean, still supported at like 16, 15. Looks like people are still selling puts down here. Fab, Fab. Those are way the fuck out there. Those are also way the fuck out there. Um, Probably not going to go much lower. But I would have also said that like a couple weeks ago. At 18. AMTM. I don't have options data on that. $22. Momentum Holdings, Aerospace and Defense. Been picking up some decent interest since their prior earnings in December. And this earnings also did pretty well, although gross net margin fell a little bit. What does gross margins look like? Um, gross margin stayed pretty flat. Revenue picked up quite a bit with this quarter one. Operating income also picked up. Why is their EPS flat then? Operating expenses went down. Gross profit rose. Cost of goods sold significantly. They're getting hammered by inflation a little bit. I don't really know what you want out of this one. Like, are you just trading it, or are you looking like long term, like a long term holding? Because I mean, there's really not enough data here to tell you whether it's a good long term investment or not. But if I were just trading it, I mean, I guess I might be interested in a long above like 25. Could look for support around the 21 level. But it seems like it could probably pretty easily fall back to like 20, which seems like a much better buy-in price. AGL. Maybe we could take a look at AGL. Still kind of boring, chopping around 350. It could stay here a while. There's a lot of positioning that needs to like get net off around here before it moves up. It's under gamma neutral. I don't think it's worth shorting. Like Delta's still picking up on the chain. Gamma moves slightly positive at Friday's close. It could still move up, although 5 is really still really quite large resistance. Hold on. Yeah, I guess if it breaks above 380, 357 maybe. I still want it to pull back to like $3. GME. ARB's still pretty negative. It doesn't look like liquidity is getting much better. Is XRT still on Reg Show? Hmm. Delta neutrals at 20. Total delta and gamma on the chain are both kind of collapsing. Lost support at 25. I think there's some in the money sold calls, 24 probably. Volatility is definitely coming down pretty hard. Realized vol's also falling off in line with that move. IV10's already down to 56. Maybe 60, 90 are getting a little bit. Maybe 60 is kind of turning up a bit. 25 should be slightly supportive. But if it keeps falling, it can grind down quite a bit more. Alright. Lunar. That's got some room to the upside. How's that looking? Oof. Still quite a lot of delta on the chain as well. Still pretty elevated relative to spot. Support here and at 18. Something else. 18. Not really a lot of support at 1850. 1817. TR. I don't have Tootsie Roll. U. Hmm. U's getting some nice support. I don't like Gamma Neutral moving closer to spot here, though. Gamma Max is moving down. This really isn't bullish unless it goes above like 23. Although it's shaking off some of the huh. 60 and 90 are still falling off pretty hard. I wonder if that fails. So if it lost 20, could dump a little bit back to like 15. Maybe 17 where the prior support was. X. US Steel. That's been interesting this week. That's probably going to continue to dump. I do know it caught a little bit of support, but Delta's falling off the chain pretty fast. This is going to be political, so I'm not going to bother doing any like analysis on it. It's ATL. It's just like ask me about stocks that don't have options day to day. Some shitty aerospace and defense penny stock. Sure, why not? They launch satellites. Everyone loves that now. Oh, good. Look, they're being charged for misleading investors. And they secured $10 million in funding, which totally supports their market capitalization of $353 million. They don't make money, but they're pretty good at spending other people's. Total revenue $6 million, slight growth. I wonder how much of that 10 million is being factored into that. The balance sheet is absolutely fucking atrocious, as are their cash flows. And they don't really have enough data to support a long investment thesis. You want to go long Trump's buddies, then that's the play. Crowd. That's a good one. Oh, how's Crowd doing? Back up at 421. It's almost like nothing bad ever happened. It totally didn't fuck everything up like 6 months ago. Testing Gamma Max. It tends to respect that. GN and DN are still falling though, which I don't really like. Not that much delta has fallen off of the chain since the beginning of last week with the expiration. So likely just in the money shit, possibly exercised. Gamma Max is continuing to move higher, which is probably slightly bullish here, especially with DNGN moving down. And it looks like it's still got room out to like 440. It's a pretty decent ramp. And there's delta there to support it. Implied volatility is moving up against realized vol. So yeah, this could, yeah, still looks pretty bullish. DVN, and that's where I cut it off, right? It's DVN. What the fuck? DVN fell back to 33. Getting pretty close to a firm support here. There's plenty of sold puts, 3250. Bit of decent time on those. It's falling, realized fall. 3315. All right. Do you have the FTD chart? It may help make my questions make more sense on the left side. Okay. So, FIBA failures, 212, 214. Eh, they might, although I doubt failures in the underlying would have persisted to this point. I would say those are either netted off or shuffled off to ETFs. Atomic. Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, you've got to consider event vol on your own. I have no idea what's going on with half the stocks you guys pick. Rolls-Royce has been a doo-doo penny stock for years. Fortinet? It's pretty chasey. Yeah, it's a little chasey. It does look kind of bullish, but that might be starting to trim. I guess this might have peaked. There's really not a lot of room to the upside. Pretty sure the 110's getting sold there. Might be good for cover calls above like 115 or something. Do they have earnings coming up? No earnings until May, so looks like they're just coming off of the back of this quarter's earnings, which were a beat. I don't know. If it tested like 110, I might sell like spreads on it, but I probably wouldn't go long. Looks like it already failed the 110 test on Friday. Although it did recover a bit better than its low for the day. Quite a bit better. So maybe that there's still some bulls there. Quite a few. Probably wouldn't be bearish unless it lost like 105. 103. But I could see like while vol comes down, because it looks like that's pretty consistent that IV falls after earnings. Realize vol goes up. So that happening again seems like a pretty reasonable outcome. If you have some theta, spreads might be worthwhile. Calls on CRM. Also kind of looks like not that great. Why? It just failed gamma neutral. There's a big support at 20. But it's not really bullish unless it gets back above 35. Probably, yeah, I probably wouldn't. The chances of it falling back to like 220 to 310 are pretty high. Well, yeah, I think that might just continue dropping. Official term is doo-doo. Yeah, it doesn't look great. When's their earnings? Their earnings is on the 26th. So like after Opex. Yeah, I can see this falling back to like 320 or even retesting like 313, 310, right around there. The sell-off's got quite a bit of volume behind it. It might stabilize more though and sell off a little more slowly around here, but it doesn't look. Yeah, supports at 320, so I don't know if it loses that, it can keep dropping. Maybe around 310 there's a better entry going into earnings, especially if they beat. They missed on their last one, like a little bit, which wasn't great for them. All right, let me go grab the guys, see what they're up to.
Yeah, so I'm just a lazy shithead. That's the biggest roadblock. And I also started playing Minecraft again, which is like the heroine of video games.
Surprise! You're on camera.
Now we all know you play Minecraft.
Well, so PlayStation Network went down for like a day, like 18 hours or something, so I couldn't play the finals, and so I was like, "Fuck it, I'll pick up Minecraft." And then I didn't realize what a big mistake I had made. That game is the most addictive game ever made.
What is the finals?
It's a first-person like arena shooter where you run around and shoot people and coins come out of them and stuff.
Oh, coins. Tell me more.
You should watch some of the trailers they've made. It's a fun game. Tons of destruction, and it's all like teamwork based, but it's really fast paced and the skill floor is insanely high. So when you first start playing, you just get your ass kicked for like a solid like 12 hours, and then you finally suck slightly less.
Here's the key here, though. Can I pay to be better than everybody else?
I mean, you could install cheats on your computer, and those cost money.
See
So
here,
yeah,
there are sets you can buy for $20. You get a legendary outfit, and you get a sticker and an
those are just
emo
skins. I
and
buy
a
the skins
charm.
because I like the devs.
What's the
I give more
charm?
money.
What does the charm do?
You hang the charm on the side of your gun, so when you're like running around, there's a little charm swinging around.
And two 400
But my mic works fine. Can you guys not hear them?
2400 multi
Uh,
bucks.
Those multi bucks are just like so you could buy more skins. So like some skin packs, you're basically just buying the multi bucks and getting a skin with them. It's your classic free to play, but with microtransactions in there. So
But the thing about the like usually the microtransactions are pay to win. These are just cosmetic. These are
but yeah, with a competitive first person shooter, you can't do pay to win.
yeah. Why don't they just charge money to buy the game?
Because they want it to be more accessible.
Such a weird model. I know this is
It
like
is
the
super weird, dude. It's a free to play live service game. It's ridiculous how they're able to pull it off.
what's the one that started all this? Fortnite.
Fortnite. Yeah.
Yeah. Such a weird. I mean, so it's not that surprising, right? Because I think it took an embarrassingly long time because of how toxic we are as men or
Oh
as a
right, yeah.
society about men to realize that like men like to play dress up.
Right.
And then like once game makers realize like, oh hey, men like to play dress up, and that started showing up in all these games, and it like wasn't like a real stretch to be like men might like to dress up so much they
I'll
might
pay
like
money.
to have some sick digs the next time they're in their social circle, which is online on this video game.
Oh yeah. Me and my buddies dress up in cheetah outfits, and they play the heavy class, so it's a couple of huge dudes, and every once in a while I'll switch to the light class, and my light class is a dude wearing a wedding dress.
Oh God, turn the mics back off. Well, now I wish I couldn't hear them. I assumed he
Um,
just muted them on purpose. Hey guys, what's up? How you doing?
So, Kirk,
we're just talking about extremely nerdy things.
No, no worries. Nothing new. How was your guys' weekend?
so far so good.
So far so good. I mean, we've gotten some good new comments from our new beta boys. I guess we can't call them beta boys because they're not beta.
No, they're not. They're like
But
beta version 1.2 boys.
Are they our Gamma Boys? There are Gamma Boys.
Oh, there you go.
yeah. Then when we do our hard launch, when we start marketing, um, those will be our Sigma boys.
Ooh.
Oh,
Although I don't know, Sigma I think now is because beta is like cuck, right? Sigma is like
Sigma's like Ultra Cuck, isn't it?
no, it's like Ultra Chad.
Uh,
isn't Delta after Gamma? Whatever.
yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I just want to say really quick to the billionaires. Yeah, thanks for your feedback, guys. We are listening. We
We
are
were just
taking
discussing some
steps.
of your feedback before we got on, actually.
Yeah, we were. Yeah. So your
Yeah.
words have meaning and result in actions unless they're dumb words that don't have meaning.
And then we just won't say anything.
Yep. So yeah,
All right, what do you want to talk about? Market crash Monday?
Are we crashing on
I'm
Monday?
down
Because we fell 90 points on Friday?
again.
It's
I
actually
don't
really funny
I don't know if
because
we're
you know
ready
what
to
it
crash
probably is.
Monday. Just recover again,
I
right?
know, I know, but you know what's like really funny is that like after the third time that the rug got pulled at like the end of the week, it's got to be just retail rugging themselves, right? Because nobody wants to actually like exercise the options they bought because they can't afford to,
I mean, I would
right?
imagine
I
so.
mean,
Or
there's got to be some aspect of that.
I just love how eerily similar the last 2 weeks look on the daily candles.
And of course, the narrative is always like linked to something Trump said or did, but at this point, like it can't it can't be right. I mean, it might precipitate the exact moment at which retail starts selling off, but they're going to sell off anyway
Well, yeah, they
until
set
the end of the
stops and then their
week.
stops all get fucking wiped, you know?
Yeah, but they're all gonna sell by like Friday afternoon anyway,
Yeah.
and then down
It's
we go.
it's a difficult market to navigate when Trump says insane shit once a day at a randomly generated time.
Well, so another thing too that makes this market confusing and has given me reticence to like really kind of have serious conviction about a move is that there's two camps of people in this market, right? You got billionaires who are Democrats and billionaires who are Republicans, and some billionaires are bearish while some billionaires are bullish. And what we get is this sort of back and forth where in the end the only thing that's important is that when the market starts to slip that that knife is caught by the market maker or what have you. So
I think the story is a little simpler than that. I think that big boys are all selling and retail is causing massive weekly volatility.
I'll take it.
That makes more sense.
Right? I mean, because we're just getting like slightly higher or lower highs each week. So there's some persistent selling underneath. And then we get like this perfect just ramp through the week and then drop at the end as people, as retail just starts to try to unload before they have to actually exercise something.
I'd have to see retail volumes before I could agree with that, but it makes sense. I mean, if
I don't.
retail is
Yeah,
trading like
I
tens
don't
of
want to.
billions a
I don't want
day,
to
right?
necessarily say retail, but I would say that like there's some.
Degenerate hedge funds.
Yeah, there's some misalignment with interests. Like there are
Yeah.
definitely a large number of sellers, and they are aggressive, and are willing to sell below the prior high, which is interesting for an index. But I wouldn't say retail is responsible for the bounce back as much as it is probably, short vol and shit like that. I mean, they're still selling the fuck out of the tails on
Yeah,
everything, right? So,
that's fair. Yeah, I think that's something that's actually that's another thing that Dork and I have been discussing about data integrity is I think that selling the tails is starting to fall apart.
yeah, I
Like
would
it's
agree with
becoming
that.
harder. It's becoming harder to make that market, and it's fucking up our calculations on macro because the spreads are blowing out on the tails.
Mm.
It's really annoying.
Well, yeah,
It's,
because
it's
we're
it's happening on contracts with shit tons of OI too. So yeah,
yeah, you're
Fucking
getting you're
kidding.
getting like massive drops too in the end of week, which is not helping that. It's yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
harder to hold and sustain the short vol position in this environment. Trump keeps shaking
Yeah,
them
so
out.
we're definitely seeing some pricing issues on far out of the money contracts right now, enough that it's showing up in our data and making us scratch our head and say, what the fuck?
yep.
So that I think that's an important data point that those tails are getting a little they're running away a little bit. Like people are losing control of those.
Well,
Which
I
is
Can I
mean,
always
ask?
fun which is always fun if you're chronically short ball.
when he's saying retail, he doesn't mean like, degenerate morons like you, bat bones, just buying out of the money calls. He means like their 401ks and their mutual fund investments and all of that, that drive like a constant buy side of the market. I don't think he means
Jeppy.
like morons playing zero DTs to the upside. I mean, some of
I,
that, but not.
you could ask.
It's people buying Jeppy and all that
Yeah,
shit.
it's
They're
just like
all feeding into it.
retail fund flow, which is 10% of the middle class and up income every week or month.
Yeah, no, and they're all and everyone, these equity premium ETFs they've seen massive inflows like over the past 2 years. So there's a lot of money in short vol.
They're seeing record inflows from retail right now, actually.
Nice.
Yeah, retail is buying the dipperoonie, and and then it keeps dipping, and they keep buying it, and still keeps getting lower highs.
Yeah, like
So
I don't
that's fun.
I don't everyone I've talked to recently is scared shitless about AI and Nvidia. There's a EU model that dropped like last week that's also like way more efficient than
It's like free, isn't
yeah,
it?
well, it's largely open source. I keep seeing like news that it's 100% open source. It's not. But
Well, but
it
they're
is
offering it
like,
for free.
yeah. They offer it for free. There's no $20 charge, and it's outperforms Chat GPT and like all of that stuff pretty significantly. And so that's like a new worry. And then, so I think institutional investors are pulling back from tech. They're scared a bit of tariffs, and whether or not they'll be implemented. So that already encourages like a stronger commodity trade. Um, and I think just we're seeing the environment just shift a bit. But I don't know if we've seen it shift enough yet. There's definitely some risk in like dollar leverage and the carry trade. Japan did hike, and we're starting to see that break apart more and more, like as the spread starts to narrow. Yen's up now, I think, like almost back to 150, right? I haven't
Uh,
I
151, and then but dollars at 108.
that's
People were
wild.
wondering what that trailing
Basant's.
was. I stole a pizza roll from my kids.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
Basant keeps making promises about a strong dollar and stuff, and he's really trying to like use narrative to drive the 10-year down. But I don't think anyone gives a fuck what he's gonna do is if he's gonna continue Yellen's bill issuance right? I mean, what the fuck was the point of even getting a new Treasury Secretary at that rate? And then also, like, we're still sitting on 36 trillion in deficits. That's not getting better anytime soon. And so I think they're
I'm sorry. Have you even been following Doge?
dude, we're starting a sovereign wealth fund with a 36 billion dollar deficit. It's the stupidest fucking thing. Like I can't see anybody being like, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
It's the
everybody
I
else,
stupidest
can.
fucking
It's
thing
all
I've
the
ever heard
millionaires who
of.
own
all
stocks
the
that are saying it's a
all
good idea.
FinTwits just like what? Like the BTC people are all foaming at the mouth because they think that means they're going to buy BTC with it.
It's like, well, I mean, it's like
But
a
yeah, it's
socialist agenda, first of all. So I don't get how Republicans are on board with it at all.
there probably aren't.
They're too
Um,
stupid to understand
and
that.
then on top of that, we'd be doing it with a $36 trillion deficit. And like sovereign wealth funds are designed as like a place to pack money when you have a surplus.
Yeah.
It's the
So you see,
stupidest fucking economic like I don't actually see it going anywhere, but if they did
No.
start to pump money into it, it'd be the stupidest thing I could feasibly imagine anybody doing to our economy.
Do you
oh
want to
poopy,
hear? Do you want to hear what my
you're
better
stupid. All
idea
our
is?
representatives are stupid.
Do you want to hear what my better idea is, which will effectively give the sovereign wealth fund people what they want, but we also will help our deficit?
Sure.
Um, Currently, the government funds a lot of research that leads to a lot of IP production. And it used to be the case that the government would retain 100% royalty rights to the IP, ownership, royalty, everything. So people who did the research had no control or ownership of that IP. In order to incentivize more research to be done and more IP to be created, the government switched that to go from 100% to zero, so that the people who got the funding and created the IP then owned all of it.
Genius.
So the government retains, the right to use any of the IP for free that they develop, but they don't get any of the royalties. So the solution would be, if this is something people want, a fund that, or basically some mechanism to own the intellectual output of the country, would be to simply say, hey, if you get your funding from the government to generate your IP, the government gets, I don't know, 30%, 40% of the royalties that the IP generates.
But what if
Done.
from
Boom.
now on we only fund Tesla?
Then we might actually should consider moving to another country.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, could you imagine just
Speaking of which,
United
as
States
someone who's
government being the
kind of close to all this research funding being cut, is that like a concern in your circles? I mean, I
yeah.
know people in the medical field are freaking the fuck out because
Oh,
like,
well, see, the NIH is massive. It's so
yeah,
massive. It's so massive that we get pressure to try to get some of that money, even if we don't do anything related to health at all. Um, but that's how big it is. So, I mean, on the other hand, like the National Science Foundation, I mean, it's like a few $1 billion. It's like nothing. There's no, I don't see any, like, if anything, it should be increased likely. In my experience, there are many more excellent ideas than there is money to fund.
yeah,
And again, I think if you go to this royalty based model where the more IP, the more valuable IP that gets generated from government spending, the more money the government would make, and the more IP they would own, or royalty streams they would own. I think that would create a better incentive structure for everybody. Um, but yeah, I think research dollars could probably go up some in some areas and down in others. So like the DoD, they have fuck you money when it comes
yeah.
to research. And that creates a lot of waste and funding of a lot of bad ideas. So like the DoD is like the flip side of the National Science Foundation, where right now the National Science Foundation is turning down many more outstanding ideas than they can fund. The DoD is just like funding garbage because there's like they have so much money, they're just trying to churn it.
Yeah, they want to keep their
And
budget level.
so, like, most people don't know this, but the Department of Defense is now the largest funder of basic scientific research in this country, not the National Science Foundation. And that's just a measure of the fact that it's so much easier to fund the military that they just sell the military, they just give the money to the military and then tell them to do everything.
I
So
wonder
it's
if they
all
could use that money to update our aging infrastructure.
no, that would be ridiculous.
Oh,
But
okay.
no,
Well, the
I
Army,
have,
the Corps
I
of
have money.
Engineers does stuff.
No, they
Yeah, I do
don't.
research for many different piles. Some piles are getting smaller, other piles are getting bigger, some are staying the same. So there's a lot of turmoil. All that means is that I can get away with not writing as many grants while I wait for the dust to settle. So
Noise.
like why would I write this grant? This funding agency might not exist in a month.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, that's what it is. You
Mm.
gotta go with the flow sometimes.
You know, I'm honestly just happy that the race to the bottom with this LLM shit is accelerating. That's making me happy. When the news broke of that new model from Europe
Mhm.
and they were just offering it for free and shit, I was like, thank fucking God. Everyone's gonna realize that LLMs are just clippy, and it's gonna
Oh, they're
that
not
whole
Clippy. They're worse than Clippy.
Yeah.
sorry, yeah, they're a shitty clippy,
No,
and
they're random number generators. They generate nonsense.
okay,
Well, I
so
guess
they're
technically what they generate is bullshit. There is actually that is a technical sociological term. Is bullshit, which is it's like confidently stating things without the intent of like trying to provide factual data. So not necessarily trying to deceive somebody on purpose, but not caring at all about the veracity of anything that you say, which is an LLM doesn't think or know or care about anything. So
wait. So that's so
therefore,
you
by definition, it is producing bullshit.
so wait. What you just said there, it just says things with no regard to veracity. The things it sounds like you just described Congress and all of the financial space in one sentence.
Yeah, it's all bullshit. It's an actual, yeah. There's a precise definition of what bullshit is, which is kind of fun because people use it for a lot of things, but it means one very specific thing. But yeah, it turns out it doesn't cost very much to generate bullshit.
Yeah, it's very cheap, and it also turns out that there's going to be a huge race to the bottom on it as it gets more and more optimized. The bullshit like spewing like pipeline gets more optimized. It's just
You
going to be
say
a free fucking
optimize.
add-on.
There's no metric by which to optimize
No,
it.
I
They
don't
have
mean I
these
don't mean the answer. I mean the amount of money it takes to produce an answer.
the appearance of an answer. Yeah, I mean, well, here's the thing. Like the way to get rich is just use machine learning to tune like the quote unquote chain of thought or some shitty model to like whatever the current tests are. So you get like 98% on all on like humanity's last test. This is the ultimate LLM arena for testing. Like they actually have like an LLM arena where they all like compete, and part of their score is based on like how much the community likes that LLM and votes for it. It's the dumbest bullshit I've ever seen in my life. And we're throwing hundreds of billions of dollars at this stupid shit. I'm ready for it to burn.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's like there's a lot of parallels to .com, except for the part where the internet actually was cool, and these LLMs, they're cool if you're a creative type and you can use it as like a
No,
template sort of thing.
no, no,
But
no, 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 no. Not even then. Stop helping them sell their shit. Create, and I can tell you mathematically why they are not creative.
They're
They
not
are all
creative. I'm saying that
they
some
are
person
all
who needs to make an ad for a shoe company can make an ad that is like a basically regurgitated pop culture, which
yeah.
is pretty
We
much
call
most
that
of pop stuff
slop.
anyways.
If
Well,
people
yeah,
need to
that's entirely what
the sl-
advertisements are.
but here's the thing: is people hate slop.
No, they don't. They just don't recognize it.
They pretty much hate slop.
As someone who's been embroiled in the music industry my entire life, I can tell you with confidence that a vast majority of people can't tell when they're being fed slop when it comes to things like art.
All right. Yeah, I think I. So anyway, the reason that they're not creative is all these models are based on averages, right? They look for the most expected output from some statistical set, which is the mean, the average. Creativity is an outlier. It is something that still follows the set of rules that, the world and society and all of these things follow, and maybe breaks them in interesting ways, but basically is a presentation of information that is by definition an outlier. It's interesting because it is an outlier from the norm.
Yeah,
And
why do you think Nirvana got
these
huge,
model
right?
yeah, these models are not capable of that. They're literally designed to avoid that. So I don't
Yeah.
think they're very good for creativity.
They're not good for creativity, but if you say just to harp on making an advertisement, right? Like you want the classic, feel good ad, grandma baking cookies for her grandchildren ad. You can have like a narrator script throw out some bullshit jargon like, you love waking up in the morning with your family, blah blah blah, right? They can come up with some stupid shit like that to throw in your ad to talk about your boner pill, right? But that's where I think that there is like a modicum of value in this thing, but that's not enough to consider it a multi-trillion dollar industry or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
people are
it's
saying these
also
days.
just lazy. I don't. I mean, yeah,
It is, but
it's
most
not
of
very
most of
valuable because you're going to get a lot of
you
people
know
are
the
going to
80/20
ignore or be
rule.
annoyed by your ads. If
You know the 80/20 rule that it also applies to art and culture and advertisements and everything. Like 20% of ads are actually entertaining, and they all
Don't
exist in the
mansplain the
Super Bowl.
Pareto distribution to me, friend.
They all the good ads are saved up for the Super Bowl and every other time of the year they all suck.
Have you watched the Super Bowl lately? Those ads suck too now.
Do they? God damn, I haven't watched the
Yeah.
Super Bowl ads since 2019.
Yeah, they've been shit for years.
Dude, they used to be so fucking funny and good. They used to be hilarious.
No, it's the entire thing, the entire Super Bowl experience is now unwatchable.
Did you
Yeah, I felt that
guys
way after the weekend did their performance. Like everything, I mean, Lady Gaga's uh, Super Bowl performance was really fucking cool, but
Well, Lady
most of them are
Gaga is
just
just a beast of a performer in general.
yeah. Taylor Swift is she's just compensating for the fact that she's not Lady Gaga.
Pretty much.
Hmm.
Anyways,
Did you have a question?
Speaking of mass copyright violations, the
nice.
remember the guy who whistleblowed on OpenAI to the New York
Yeah,
Times, and
the one that
Did he
got
get killed?
murdered.
yeah, yeah, the one that got murdered, and he decried the company's illegal copyright violations.
Yeah,
So supposedly, they're reinvestigating his death after
yeah,
like the San Francisco medical
super
examiners
shady.
changed their ruling about it being a suicide.
Yeah, I didn't know they had changed the ruling, but the whole thing I've kind of been following is super shady. Like the parents have been trying to get information,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
like from the San Francisco PD, and they were like giving them the runaround and giving them clearly inconsistent information to try to prevent the release of information, and like nothing made sense. Hit the bullet wound was like it looked like he had been shot from above, which is not usually how people kill themselves. And also there was like a um, some sort of blunt object wound on the back of his head as well, which was also strange. So there's like a lot of things about that story that weren't adding up, and then the SFPD was really worked really hard to try to prevent any of this information from getting into the hands of his fucking parents, who just wanted to like know what happened to their dead son.
Yeah, so
So
according to like newly released information from the lawsuit, police officers unofficially informed the family's lawyers that uh detectives had reopened the investigation and are reviewing the like building's closed circuit recordings.
oh, they didn't think to do that.
Of course not. Well, not if the medical
That's
examiner says
definitely,
it's a suicide, right?
yeah. That's definitely not Detective 101. Check the recordings of the event. When do you think they're going to reopen the Boeing whistleblower death? That'd be
Never.
fun.
No, never. That's
Yeah.
that's a national security risk.
Yeah, exactly. Boeing's connected and more than just money.
Yeah.
And then to
But,
Dork's
yeah.
point about slop, Google had like a big scandal with their like AI Super Bowl ad that they like leaked over the weekend, or well, I guess today.
Oh God.
So
What was it?
the AI made a wheel of cheese that was cake in the middle.
Okay. Is that's the scandal? I don't understand.
Yeah, well, they were trying to like they did this whole ad about how small businesses use their AI, and then like all of the like items in the fucking like in the commercial didn't make sense.
Oh, so they just basically said, "Look how good our AI is," and it was just shitty.
Yeah,
It was. I'm still failing. I really want to. I need to see this video. Somebody find a link to it.
but Google's now trying to say it's not a hallucination.
It's not a hot dog, actually.
A hot dog, not hot dog.
God, there was something
Okay, so hold
recently where
on.
I saw
Here, let me
that.
read it. This is from CNN. We need to attribute our sources here. One of Google's Super Bowl ads features a Wisconsin cheese market owner who uses the company's Gemini AI tool to write product descriptions. But cheese fans quickly caught a hole in a previous version last week. Can we get a cheese fan on the Sunday
Yeah,
stream?
we need some commentary from a Wisconsinite.
We need a
Oh,
cheese fan.
Aviv's is a big cheesehead.
Okay.
Is he a
So it's
cheesehead?
like, is he?
Yeah,
Is
like
there a
actually.
club? Is he like secretary of the
I don't know.
cheese club of
There's
America?
like 15 people in that entire state. They all love cheese.
Okay. The AI generated copy in the commercial claimed that Gouda accounts for 50 to 60% of the world's consumption. I mean, you don't have to be a cheese fan to know that that's got to be false. It has to be cheddar or mozzarella, right? An ex user quickly pointed out that is incorrect. Cheddar and mozzarella. Okay, literally, they picked cheddar and mozzarella. Would like a
Nice.
word. Though widely used since the release of OpenAI's ChatGPT in late 2022, generative AI still is prone to churning out inaccurate and oftentimes wacky results. Who knew? Let's see. Google. In a statement, Google said it had updated the commercial. The statistic is erased from the commercial currently uploaded on Google-owned YouTube.
But
That's the solution, folks.
did you look at the cheese? Like all the images have like all the images of food, especially food cut open, as we both know very well. All of the images are just fucking like uncanny valley weird shit, like pound cake inside a cheese wheel, like stuff like that.
And it looks like when Googling Gouda cheese consumption, the first result that comes up is the 50 to 60% statistic from a site called cheese.com, which is obviously has to be a primary source for cheese information. because it's cheese.com.
Yeah, I mean, that's my go-to for cheese information. They're the official source on cheese.
I use them whenever I'm trading cheese futures.
At
I
least
just
it's
can't
not as bad as
anymore.
that time Google AI told everyone to drink bleach and put glue on their pizza.
Oh my god.
It's just as
Or the
bad. It's the
one
same
rocket
bad.
day.
I know, it's the same shit.
Eat
Yeah.
one rock a day.
Trump's not going to
Wait,
release
so
the Epstein files. He's in them. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
That shit's getting
so
blocked.
so how many years do we need to give these trillion-dollar companies to make an LLM that doesn't suck?
It's not possible.
That's what I'm asking a rhetorical question here, Jay Fresh. Yeah, that's the thing is we've given
I'm
them what now
asking
3 years.
when is the media gonna grow a fucking backbone and actually criticize the power structures that they claim to be criticizing?
Well, they don't because they're owned by those power structures.
Well, yeah, now they are.
Yeah.
But those outfits are failing. Nobody wants to read them because it's
Yeah,
all
because
just
now you can
wrong.
read, like, what is it? They kicked all the like major publishers out of the Pentagon, and now you have like Breitbart and like Annie's Christian Mingle YouTube stream are in
Yeah,
there. They're going to be doing our DoD reporting from now on. So I mean, if
I
anything,
think
our
I
news
think
sources are getting more
yeah.
reliable.
I think the CIA needs to just do all of
What
their
CIA?
international espionage research on cheese.com.
I mean, there won't be a CIA like next week.
50 to 60% of the Taliban
Would you
loves
just?
cheese.
Would you just? I don't know why you're so angry about DOGE just fixing. They came in and they're auditing our government, and you know, while it seems like a coincidence, the only wasteful agencies are happen to be the ones that have investigated the people that are currently in power,
Yeah.
which is a shocker, right? I mean, but it makes sense. I mean, that's where all the waste is, and so we're getting rid of the FBI and the CIA. We don't need them anymore because you know.
well, it's even
Yeah,
better
and
now,
if you
Jerica. Elon has been posting on X that he would like to fire judges because reasons. I don't like you, and I want you to complete my agenda. So I get to fire judges now.
yeah, and
Mm.
actually I found like a great place to get a lot of information about what's going on at Doge and all of like these hidden motivations and things. There's a website that's been keeping track of a lot of this. It's called cheese.com.
Got him.
It's really blowing up. The CIA's been using it for
Perfect.
yeah. So
I wonder what's that psychological condition that people get where they think that they're being watched by government agencies?
Paranoid schizophrenia.
Yeah, but there's like a specific name for that delusion.
Far right
schizophrenia,
stupidity.
Gang stalking. Thank you.
Gang
gang
stalking?
It's called
stalking.
gang stalking.
The fuck is that?
It's where people are like
He just said what it
wholly,
was.
yeah, they're wholly convinced that I'm so used to giving the definition of shit twice. um but the more I think about it, the more I think Trump might have that.
I mean, they
I
all do.
mean, there's a yeah. Now that you've put a word on it, I can point out like I think probably close to 20% of people in America have that issue.
There's a subreddit for it, by the way. If you want to
I
get
thought that was just where you follow a gang around. and
No.
you like send them like letters and stuff and harass them
There's just like this
endlessly.
entire group of individuals that think they're so important that the FBI is like investigating them and they're being watched by the CCP and they're like home in the Arkansas hills.
I mean, if you want to get on a list, all you have to do is like just access the dark web once or obtain the means to do so, and then you're immediately on a list. If you don't do that, no one gives a fuck what you do. Yeah, like if you download the Tails OS, you're getting put on a list right away. Like that's the kind of shit that'll put you on a list. But like just sitting around posting shit on Reddit and Twitter, no one gives a flying fuck.
No, you don't understand. These people are very important. Their lives are
They're
being
so
constantly
important.
disrupted by organized groups that want to cause them harm.
That's just the penultimate, it's the epitome of thanks, Obama, right?
It's just the ultimate narcissistic fantasy.
Right. It's like the Truman Show, but like a dark version of it.
Everyone's their own main character.
Yeah.
Like that guy that lived in the Keys with six-toed cats. What? They're flying Black Hawk helicopters above my house every night, Girk. But is that because you live next to a military base?
uh,
We can't even. Our debt's not even going down, and aren't we like we didn't pass a budget, so we're spending down the TGA right now,
I think so.
Yeah.
and still the debt's going up even with spending down the TGA. That's insane to me, or at least that's. Oh my god.
Oh wait, did Bitcoin lose the critical level of importance that I identified before? No, not yet.
What, $10?
No,
No.
80 when it goes below 89,000, I
Is that
think
when is that when
Did
World
we
War III
pass a
starts?
budget? Because the TGA went back up on the 29th.
We just sold some treasuries, didn't we?
Yeah, but we can't sell treasury. We can't sell new treasuries if we didn't raise the debt ceiling, right? I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But it looks like we just got. Oh, maybe they got like early taxes or something coming in.
Maybe.
I don't know. Someone can fill me in on that. I haven't really been following politics. Somebody fill us in.
Yeah, fill us in.
Fill me. All right. What else is there to talk about?
I don't know.
AI
The market's kind of
sucks.
flat.
The market's all in on AI.
yeah, everything's.
Uh,
Do we have any cool macro data to
I
discuss?
Uh,
mean,
the yield curve is a piece of shit, but that's about it.
Yeah. Oh, did we start bear steepening again on Friday? Because
Yeah, yeah.
I left early.
So the short end started moving up again. That was interesting. Like the short end didn't really do much, and then it just started going up over the last like 3 4 days. It was interesting to watch,
Hmm.
and because I mean everyone's paying attention to the long end, but like short term stuff doing that. Especially I think it was probably a result of the Fed speak that came out this week. I seem to remember a lot of it was more
Hawkish.
they went from a dovish pause to a hawkish pause again, right?
Yeah.
So they're doing
Well,
nothing but being hawkish about it.
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I think something like even Goolsby started to be like, whoa, we have to slow down a little bit more.
A lot of them were pretty blunt. They were kind of just like, "Oh, we're probably not going to cut this year."
Yeah, the Goolsby's always been like the ghoul that's,
Yeah, I know.
everything's great.
Him and
And
Bostic are the worst.
the Phillips curve is a raging success. We love the Phillips curve at the Fed. Inflation's going down meaningfully to 2% goal. We
CFPB
remain committed.
dismantling bullish. Yeah, I mean, dismantling all of the federal agencies bullish. Don't you understand all that money is going to go right into our sovereign wealth fund and buy Tesla stock?
Our sovereign Elon fund.
Yeah.
And Elon we trust.
I can't believe so many people voted for him. It's crazy.
Elon Musk. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not. They voted in for him to be president. He's not even a natural born citizen. I think isn't this what got Steve Bannon axed eventually? He got too much attention and
I wonder. Yeah.
Trump got jealous.
Yeah, Trump gets jealous. Also, like, I think Elon's too spurgy to recognize that, like, he's clearly the fall guy for all of this. As, like,
Yeah.
Trump orders him to go and violate, the Constitution and congressional oversight.
And
repeatedly.
I've been hearing this word spurgy a lot now that I've been told what it is. I hear it everywhere.
Yeah, it's pretty common.
Okay.
It's
I
like,
mean, nobody's ever said it around me for reasons.
yeah, well, because it's like we don't want to
You're a bit
hurt
of a
your
spurg.
feelings.
You tell me I have kitty glaucoma all the time.
Well, you do.
I mean, you do, yeah.
Shit.
So you're spurgy and slowly losing your vision. But it's okay. We can get you MATLAB and Braille, I'm sure. We need to.
I mean,
we need to.
TV screens keep getting bigger. I'll just keep upgrading.
Well, they're not. They're going to get smaller now because we're going to make them in the U.S.
Yeah,
and they're going to cost. They're going to cost 20 times more.
We're going to make TVs in the U.S.
No, they're just going to cost 25% more. That we're not we're imposing tariffs on shit that we could manufacture, but no one's going to invest the money it takes to manufacture in America when our country's being run by a dude who maybe is going to live another 2-3 years, and these policies are going to get rolled back the moment the other party swings into power. Like, so we're just going to deal with it. That's pretty much what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I would never make any long-term business decisions based off of tariffs. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
They're not even allowed to be implemented for the long term without congressional approval. Yeah, it's almost like the U.S. is incapable of having a king. It's crazy. I know that we set it up this way really specifically. 300 fucking years ago.
Well, I mean, this is it's kind of funny because obviously the solution is to unfuck Congress, because Congress is kind of the biggest problem here, right? They cannot work together to actually solve real problems. And
they don't have any reason to solve problems.
Well, I know, but people are deeply dissatisfied with Congress, and they think it's a hopeless situation, and so their way to fix the problem is to try to go around Congress and elect their God King to make decisions on their behalf, to unplug the gunk in the pipe.
You know what would have really been a good thing to do?
The only solution is to fix Congress.
You know what would really, really enact some serious change in the nation in terms of the consideration of the cohorts that these Congress people represent? You know what would really change that? If a very large portion of society decided, you know what, I don't want to vote for either party.
Just stop voting?
No. Well, maybe, but also vote third party.
Oh, so stop.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
that's what I keep hearing.
We've already litigated this, and we came down on opposite sides, and there's no reconciliation. I don't know that we need to rehash this. I'm fine if you believe it.
George's just trying to use his platform to promote it.
I'm
not even promoting a specific party.
Actually, I really like what
you're promoting your ideology.
Yeah. That's
I
better.
really like what some European countries do, which is if you don't pass a budget, the entire Congress gets fired and you have to hold a special election.
Okay.
I like that.
That's not bad.
Everybody in the
Do your
chat's like,
job or you're
stop,
fired.
Torque.
I like do your job or get fired. That applies to a lot of places, I think. I think sometimes people do need a kick in the ass. And I can say that because I have tenure.
Put leverage is slightly lower than it was the last time we were up here.
Yeah, I mean, from the macro perspective, this is kind of like, I mean, the big shifts will occur on Opex, which is this week.
Yeah.
So like the week before Opex is kind of like a meh, so not much really dropped off. It's kind of like more
It's
of the
not this
same.
week. It's next week.
It's the 17th, isn't it?
XRT is getting
it is
pretty
the
put
17th.
heavy. Are we going to play the squeeze on the
Oh,
memes?
you're right. It is the 21st, right? Because this week's only the 14th. Okay.
Yep. So
Oh, yeah, so we're even farther off the OPEC cycle.
Do you guys want to know
Yeah.
do you guys want to know what I did on Friday? I slipped in ice and fell downstairs.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was
I hate
awesome.
that. Did you hit your head or did you just go down?
No,
on
no,
your
no, no,
back?
no, no. I managed to miss my head, but I fell right on my shoulder.
Which one?
My right one. I can't like lift my arm. I can't like lift my arm above like 40 degrees.
And you've definitely seen a doctor, right?
No, of course not. Gross.
Yeah, great. You just didn't. You don't think you think it's just contusion, simple stuff. It'll heal on its own.
Probably.
You're getting
Yeah.
old now. We're getting old. We can't just assume our bodies are going to spring back anymore.
But I look so young in the face.
You're getting old. It's happening.
Ugh.
It happens. It comes at you quick.
Finally, my trap worked. You son of a bitch. Yeah, somebody, it was just a solid sheet of ice on the porch, and I was like, huh, I shouldn't step on that. Then I did anyway.
Dipshit.
Those are the delayed reactions that come with old age. Your brain, your body responds slower than your brain. So you're getting old.
That's why you shouldn't go outside. You have too much money to die. No, I have the right amount of money to die. That's why I don't go skiing.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Or on submarines.
The only way Girk's gonna go skiing is helicopter skiing, you know.
Horses historically do bad on ice. I didn't even...
Is that true?
I don't know.
Can we confirm this on cheese.com?
Do they not have... Yeah, see if they have, like, spiky horseshoes for wintertime.
They just put chains on their feet. Winter horseshoes for ice. Winter traction devices for horse hooves. That's not. Maybe.
Can you send me that link later?
I will. Winter shoeing solutions for horses from Horse Illustrated magazine.
I heard a bunch of people paid for their Gamma Strike subscription with 1 day of live data. Simo covered like his whole year apparently.
Sorry, I'm like really into this this Google search here.
Yeah, trying to find winter horseshoes.
There definitely are. They have like
it's got to be a thing. Yeah,
it is a thing. I mean, I'm looking at them.
Unless this is all just corroborated CMIL just corroborated the claim we made.
Yeah, so did I. Delta flip spikes. How are they going to hurt me?
Wait, how does Cobra have access?
But he was a beta subscriber. He was a pigeon whale.
I thought we banned him.
I mean, we don't know who he is, though. Actually,
Oh,
actually, I do know who he is and his real name.
we need to get Dan on this.
Yeah, okay.
Poopy to sign up, and then we're just gonna ban everybody that currently has a subscription. That way, there's
It's
no
just poopy.
ambiguity.
What about popcorn? I thought we were gonna do that
Just
with popcorn. Like we wait until popcorn signs up for the service, and then we ban everyone. But popcorn signed up. He just signed up through the retail version because he said discounts are for pores.
Yeah, well,
Nice.
popcorn just like that, like that grandpa that's just like really into seeing his grandkids succeed, and just like, yeah, I'll be your first customer, kind of thing. Except he's like our age.
Did you tell him about the goodies? I didn't. Do you want me to? Yeah, so we have a new feature coming to Gamma Strike.
Oh
Probably
God, have they
later
not
this
vetted
week.
this through me?
Not at all. um, but we do have a new feature coming to Gamma Strike later this week for the beta boys. Maybe by the end of the month it'll be ready for the rest of you. But we're gonna get it out into testing pretty soon, I think.
I hate you.
Nuke was
It's
bored.
literally my job. It's literally my job to think up things.
Yeah,
At
but
least when
we
you
were
have an idea, pass it through me. Remember G-Scan?
we were faster than you.
No, Nuke made a G-Scan, and it was
Me,
neat, kind of, but had issues. And then I took it and ran with it and turned it into something beautiful.
you
And
turned it
together we
into
created
technical
something great.
analysis on the VIX.
Oh,
So
I fucking quit.
no, not MACD. Unfortunately, we still don't have MACD. I
We
think.
don't have the technology for MACD.
Yeah, I think we should just make a vow as a company now to never have MACD.
I don't understand why. You can literally download free. You can get as much MACD as you want for free from anywhere.
Everywhere. Now that I'm a GS member, we do have a question from a paid subscriber. Sir Popcorn
God.
Trader would like to know how to import Boom Hunter Pro.
That's actually going to be implemented very soon. It's a very important.
Have you figured out how to
program.
make the moving average an exponential one and then faster?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's
Then it
what
goes-
Boom
then it goes-
Hunter
and then
is.
Yeah. Then it goes boom, and you're
Yeah.
like, wow.
It's MACD and a slightly faster exponential moving average.
That's what like all of technical analysis is. It's one
What?
or more moving averages arithmetically combined to create some new squiggle.
Yep. Can we get API keys so we can create our own custom signals? No.
No. You can present us with your own manual research on signals that you've been tracking over time, and if we think it's valuable enough, we can build it and give it to everybody and make money off of your signal.
$100,000 a month, and we'll talk.
Nuke's
out here making deals.
The serious answer is it costs a shit ton more money for data if we allow distribution of the data. So if we give the data itself to you, it's like even if it's derived,
that's called redistribution.
Yeah, so even if we are just deriving stuff from that data, then it's like this big headache. And
yeah, we also have to follow like a bunch of like legal protocols.
We
and
need to be making a
and...
lot more money than we're making right now to even entertain the idea of redistributing data.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the Greeks mean except falafel. That's not even Greek. So
Gonna be in the docs. I get like 20 requests a day to get the docs up, and then I just yell at Mr. Random who hasn't gotten them up yet, and then he says they're coming by tonight, and then we do it all over again the next day. And I hope he's listening. Just called you out.
Win docs?
I don't know.
All right. All right.
I don't know. I don't know.
This is such a weird scenario where it's so much stuff on JFresh's plate right now. Technical analysis on the VIX and missing docs.
I'm just gonna print it out. I'm just gonna export to PDF and
Can you
just slap it
can
onto
you
the
fax it
Discord.
to the company fax machine? And then
Do we have one?
we
Is that
we
gonna
could publish it in like the WAPO tomorrow in like a paid
is that gonna
paid
print out
page.
in like an office in Wyoming?
Probably. Otherwise, I don't know
Really
what's
freaking
going on. Training videos would be sweet too. Well, fortunately for you, we've recorded 6 of those, so you can go watch the roundtables while you're waiting.
Or if you don't want to watch the roundtables and hope that your question was asked, you could join a roundtable and just ask your question.
At the next one, which will be Thursday.
Yeah. We
That's
call it Thirsty Thursday. We don't. We call
we
it
should.
Beta Thursday.
I don't know. All right.
All right.
Market this week.
Everybody.
Everyone's real bearish after Friday, of course.
Wait, who
Again,
won?
Not JFresh.
What? How? How is that possible?
Well, you almost won, but then Friday happened. Oh, I didn't. No, me and Dork were way more bearish, unfortunately.
Oh,
damn it! We were too bearish.
Oh no!
I should have just drawn a straight line.
Pull it up, Gert. We can't see it.
I have it. Oh wait, I don't. There it is. Hold on, I'm getting them. JFresh did win, but only technically.
It's the best kind. So what do we open at like 5,900 tonight?
That'd be cool.
Yeah, my prediction, Gert, just scoot my last week's prediction to the right 5 days.
Okay. Done.
Perfect.
There you go.
I'm gonna say down to 6,000 on Tuesday, and then up to 6,130 by Friday.
Ah, nice. That's nuts. I love it.
So down to 6, and then 6130.
Yeah. And then Fed Opex crash. Just full on crash.
Oh wait, that's a day.
So like next week.
Oh, that is right. Okay, 6130. Okay, and then and then we're crashing for Feb Opex. Well, you have to win this week to make that call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feb 24 is when the crash starts. Which will be fun.
Of all
Because even
OPEX,
after the
you pick
crash, will
Feb.
still be slightly elevated value or price to earnings.
All right.
When is Nvidia earnings?
It's a good question.
Feb 26. Oh yeah, we're crashing. We're crashing that week.
I'll do that. Just because it looks like a cool line.
I'll be
Opex?
happy with me or Girk's prediction being right, not Jay Fresh's. I have a put right now.
Isn't Opex on the 21st?
It
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
But then we're gonna start going down. So Opex will be
Oh,
unpinned,
actually.
and then Nvidia will give their earnings on Wednesday midweek, and then we'll just finish the crash. Like we just start crashing, which Nvidia's gonna beat, and then their forward guidance is gonna be dog shit, and it's gonna just dump.
No gap down tonight? Okay, fine. We can have a gap down tonight. I'll move mine. There you go.
Ah, much better.
Oh, wait, hold on. I need to change my end of week then. Oh, no, it's right. Never mind. It's good.
What M2's been doing? Oh god, M2's still just going straight up.
It's because we're creating money.
Yeah, we are.
Remember Trump's supposed to announce worldwide tariffs this week? Sure he is.
How many? It's just like infrastructure week all over again. Tariff week.
It's just like the Fed's gonna do something.
Yeah.
What it even is a crash at this point? 20%? Greater than 20%?
Back to reasonable or slightly elevated valuations.
A return to a PE of 16.
Whoa, dude. So bearish, bro.
So ridiculous.
I mean, it really is. It's like a 50% drop in the market.
Oh god, what do you think that's gonna do to M2 when all of the M2 from this last year is from margin? Because banks aren't lending to like anybody except for margin for investments.
Yeah, I can get as much margin as I want. No problem with that.
Yeah, so M2 drops, which means there's no money to buy all the bonds that we're releasing because we've abolished the IRS.
We haven't abolished them yet, but we're in the process of undermining them. They just need to, if they want to keep working there, they need to sign an agreement that they will no longer prosecute people with money for tax evasion.
Yeah.
But will instead focus on the people with no money.
Yeah, maybe I should start buying a little bit of duration just to trade it. Because if stocks drop, everyone's just going to reflexively go into duration. And then the new duration is going to bury them. But
You're not going to wait for the 10-year at 7%?
Well, I think we might get us one more spike in us first because everyone's got to pile in. Right? It's like once the stocks collapse, everyone piles into the next thing, and then that one collapses, and then everybody's fucked.
Commodities.
And then we have to actually like pay for things that we buy.
Ugh.
Whoa.
What?
Fuck. Dork's gonna be screwed. He doesn't have any money.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the United States government.
Once again, what?
I wonder how many people this year just aren't going to file because they think Trump's getting rid of the IRS.
A non-zero amount.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Jesus. I fucking hate all this shit. So stupid.
You know what?
Like the way it's all the way the incentive structure is just designed to like we have to go to max stupid before things blow up. We can't just like gently unwind anything because people just can't handle that.
No.
emotionally. They have to be forced to do it
Well,
after it's a catastrophe.
well, it's because of greed, right? The people who will sustain the greatest losses are going to want to get out of the door first.
Yeah.
Instead of accepting their fates, they'll try to beat everyone to the finish line. The tariffs are paying my taxes this year. There are no tariffs.
Yeah. The taxes you pay this year are for things that you did last year.
Taxes are so weird. Like, why can't I just like, why can't the government fucking figure it out? All that shit is already in their fucking
They
databases. Why
did.
do I got
They
to
have
go and
figured
fill
it
out
out.
shit? Well, why do I have to go and do shit
Because
in
they
order to
want.
pay the taxes?
Because once a year, they want you to tell them the truth. I don't know why every payment I receive just hasn't had taxes removed. I did get good news from Trump this weekend, though. He's going to sign an executive order that capital gains are no longer taxed. And that's 100% of my income.
Damn.
Can he even do that?
I don't know. Who gives a shit, right?
Oh, I love it. Capital over labor. Let's go. Labor just cannot for the life of them elect somebody that has their interests at heart.
Imagine working and paying taxes instead of just being a day trader or degenerate gambler or house flipper.
God, fucking house flippers, man.
What was the show on South Park? White people flipping homes or whatever.
Yeah.
Shortly
Right.
followed by Cartman as a real estate agent.
Girk, are you serious? Yeah. Yeah, he's trying to abolish capital gains tax. I mean, who wants to move to Puerto Rico? I don't.
Yeah. I'm sure it's a lovely country, just the infrastructure would be problematic, especially as a trader.
I sold my house this year, so I haven't paid the taxes on it yet. Because I got to find out if Trump's going to get rid of capital gains tax.
I can't believe you sold our shrimp farm business without consulting either of us.
You guys didn't even know where it was.
It was in New York.
Yeah, which isn't like, I mean, my shrimp farming business. Hold on. It'd be dope if that EO also increased the amount of capital losses you can deduct also.
100% deduction on capital losses.
Yeah.
Tax on capital gains.
That would be perfect. If he signs that, I'm going to be very, very happy.
I mean, if he signs, that would be one way to like just make the Fed irrelevant. And then
Yeah.
like brokerages would just be the new money printers.
Mm-hmm.
Genius.
The biggest winner is whoever can conjure up the largest margin loan. So like just some degenerate on Wall Street bets.
That'd be wild. It'd be fun.
So
Let's
much
have
money
kickoff of the
will
Super
flow
Bowl.
into stocks. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, is there a Super Bowl going on?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Super Bowl Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is it?
it's today.
Oh shit. And we still have people watching this?
I mean, the Super Bowl's not on it.
Dude, there's like
But we have
210
to
people here. This is way above our average.
Why do we have so many people here? It's because we talked about cheese.com.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because these are all the people who instead of watching the Super Bowl, they're just gonna goon to Gamma Strike all night.
Yeah. Yep. Oh my god, yeah, they're right. Gamma Strike's gonna be actually lit. If capital gains taxes are repealed, everybody's gonna become a degenerate options gambler. Like you go to McDonald's from 4 p.m. till 8 hours later.
And here we
and then every week you take your paycheck and you throw it into zero DTs on Friday.
And here we were worried about launching Gamma Strike right before the massive crash and destruction of options interests. We're launching Gamma Strike right before the new dawn of options
The
degeneracy.
new dawn of options degeneracy. You guys are
Nice.
joking, but seriously, that's impeccable timing. Market the fuck out of this. We gotta,
Always.
it's gotta come to pass. I mean, it's what the billionaires want the most, so it should happen, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh my
Equal
god.
opportunity.
Share buybacks are gonna scream to a halt if there's no capital gains tax. Everyone's just gonna switch over to dividend models. Oh my god, I'm gonna get rich.
Nice.
Nice.
Wait. Girk not rich confirmed. What a larper.
No, like rich, not like I can afford to live in New York City rich.
Oh.
The rich get richer. I'm not gonna read my milestone chat. I didn't see it. First time I've been able to hang out in months. Appreciate you guys. Thanks to the stream. No problem, Bappins. Good to have you back. No, I don't have a private jet. Ooh, are we gonna get a Gamma Strike jet? We should.
I mean, I've been talking with Dunkston, and he's convinced me that I should just get my own plane
Where are you gonna keep it?
at an airport.
Oh,
Yeah, you can store it in an airport. I mean, getting a plane is about as expensive. It's not that much more expensive than owning.
wait,
but-
Dork. I thought after your mortgage, you only had money for 5 chicken quesadillas.
I do,
Okay.
but it's a girl can dream. Okay.
All right.
And we've come full circle back to boys like to play dress up.
Only if it's painted to match the website color scheme. Yeah, of course.
Why else would you? I mean, yeah.
As long as all of our valuation models price us at 60x forward earnings, like all the other companies in the S&P,
No, yeah.
I don't think we'll have any
Just around the
problem
corner.
getting money for a jet.
Yeah. We might have a problem in that I don't want one.
Well, you don't want a jet?
What a terrible use of funds.
Well, yeah, but it's not about it being efficient. It's about fucking flexing on the goddamn pores.
I mean, maybe if the jet is less than like 1% of our yearly revenue.
Ooh, yeah, blimp, guys. We get a blimp, and it just says, "We are rich and you are not" on the bottom of it, and that's it.
We could drop ambergris out of the sides of it like a true pigeon whale.
I do like the Gamma Strike blimp. What activity would we fly the blimp over? We can't do football.
Oh, we do it for like whenever a company IPOs, we fly it over the New York Stock Exchange.
I read a really fun
There's the Gamma
historical.
Strike blimp.
I read a really fun historical fact over the weekend. Due to a malformed foreskin, Louis the 16th was unable to fuck. And so he would just insert his member and have someone kind of like shake the bed, like soaking. Which brings to light like a lot more meaning behind Marie Antoinette's saying, "Let them eat cake."
What the fuck is happening right now?
Just think about it for a minute, and then that's all I want you to do. Ooh, Nitu can get us a Chinese airship.
Perfect.
Is it as good as an American airship, though? What's the warranty policy?
So I have a feeling stock trading is going to turn into basically the NFL, right? So when there are earnings, it is going to be this whole huge
Like, you know how like the news outlets were doing like the countdown to Nvidia last earnings and all that shit. It's just going to get more and more out there to where it actually is and Beyonce is performing at the Nvidia earnings. And our gamma flip is now super important.
The halftime show will be between the statement of financials and the Q&A session.
It's not as funny
mean
as when I say let them eat brioche, Nitu.
Actually, I think what the phrase actually was let them all eat Gouda, because at the time Gouda was 50 to 60% of the world consumption of cheese.
Wait,
According
where
to
did you
cheese.com.
They didn't have access to cheese.com.
Let them eat Gouda.
Do you want an airship that's less than 1% of your budget or not? Not if it's like 5 Party City balloons tied to a quadcopter drone.
That's ridiculous. Party City doesn't exist anymore.
Another business put out by Big Helium. You can't keep it in one spot.
All
right.
We're gonna
Gamma
wrap
Strike
this
Blimp
up.
tomorrow. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, we got our fucking predictions. I mean, anybody have any questions about the website at all?
No, that's for Thursday.
Anybody
That's for
Gamma Strike
Thursday.
curious?
I'm not
If you have a
entertaining those
question,
questions
if
now.
you have a question about the website, come on Thursday and ask it, or put it in your respective
Put it in the Discord.
website Discord channel.
Yeah, or
And
go to
we will look at it.
cheese.com.
It's all, yeah, the docs are all on cheese.com. I've been there for weeks.
Yeah, everyone's got to go and bake their 7,000 party or jalapeno poppers wrapped in bacon, and their 5-layer dips, and their lobster mac and cheese, and all that other shit. Everyone's got to go do that.
Kirk, I'm on a 4-hour flight. Can we do a tutoring session? I thought you said you downloaded Hooked on Phonics 4 before the flight.
Maybe you already read it or listened to it?
Are you having trouble with capital letters or vowels?
I think, well,
I want to teach you.
Oh, he wants to teach you.
Oh, that's frightening.
That's a new way to, that is a way to teach people or to learn something, is by teaching others.
Okay. Have you guys, I just got on cheese.com and there's the description. I was like, are they talking about cheese or are they talking about like people? The taste can vary depending on its age.
Wait, do we have the same cheese of the day? Mine's fresh mozzarella.
I went straight to Gouda because I wanted to learn more.
Oh.
Young Gouda is milder and creamier, while aged Gouda has a more intense and complex flavor. The texture of Gouda cheese ranges from semi-hard to hard. Young Gouda is softer. And
how hard
smoother,
is
while
your
aged
cheese?
Gouda, it's diamond hard.
Right? Nice.
Mine's semi-hard.
Gouda cheese is a pale yellow interior. This is disgusting.
Smoked Gouda is where it's at. I'm at Manchego. Well, I'm gonna.
I realized something the other day, Girk.
What?
I realized that Pecorino Romano, your favorite cheese, is basically the cotija of Italian cheeses.
No, it came first. So cotija is the Mexican version of not Pecorino Romano. It's more like feta. Cotija is closer to feta.
Well, Pecorino Romano is just Parmesan but goat.
It's not not Parmesan.
Dork, I thought Pecorino Romano is what you called your member.
That's what Gear calls his member.
Cheeses by milk. Man, cheese.com really is an everything source.
It really is.
Camel milk. Let's do it. Caravan. Catchgall.
Water
Our-
buffalo milk.
Tortillas
I'm
made
getting some
from
donkey cheese.
tortillas made from.
Mozzarella's.
Oh my god! Tortillas made from raw cow's milk. Is this your way of telling us that you're into raw milk, Dork?
I don't know, but I'm buying some moose cheese.
Mm.
Hold on. Moose cheese? It just
Dude,
says moose.
How do you milk a moose? Like, who's
Very carefully.
who's signing up for that job? This is why we need immigrants.
One
It's
of the
actually,
most
I think it's-
expensive cheeses in the world, available only at the Elk House in Bjurholm region, Sweden. It is made from the milk of 3 moose, also known as elk. Okay, so this is
Also,
elk cheese.
what browser are you loading Gamma Strike in? Because I'm not getting the dashboard. Chrome? What are you using? Like Tor? Probably. That would go along with you buying all of your investments being copper.
Plant-based cheese.
How?
I got some
Brie,
cheese.
brie with 2 E's.
Holy shit,
Ew.
did I just hear the sweet succulent voice of Nuke?
Oh.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Hey.
Is it time to goon?
Snuck up
Yeah,
on me.
I got some prime good material.
What do I need
Is
to
this
do?
for our eyes only or for everyone?
It's obviously for everyone.
Oh, do we want to show it to everyone?
I don't know.
That's
Everyone's
fine.
watching, so it's like I mean, we could just look at it and like laugh and enjoy it, and they can't see it.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Here's
I
what
like
we
that.
got.
No description.
None.
Ooh,
Nothing.
oh, you did the thing we
What's
talked
above
about.
this? And what's above this?
Ooh.
And what's below this?
Ooh.
Pull that out. Pull that out. What if I say, man, I really want to sell some calls?
Oh shit!
That might be a good candidate.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You have tantalized me.
Yeah. I
How
should
are we
figure
gonna
out-
how are we
I
gonna
should-
organize this? Are we gonna put it all on the G scan, or are we gonna put it on?
When the fuck
on
did we get
actual
Rut in the
pages?
database?
Oh, we've got Rut now. Well,
Who the
we've
fuck
got it in
trades
dev.
that?
We've got a
Poopy?
little bit of rut.
We've got Rut and we've got IndieX as well. That's coming
Oh.
too.
Gross.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this is the concept. The only thing we got to work on is the belows. How we're gonna depict that, like variance from neutral. But yeah. Anyway,
I like it.
check
I like
this
it.
out and people will like it.
I like
So,
the yeah. Look at Fubo. Huh.
Yeah, I thought showing that visually, like what's really ripping away from certain things, that'll more intuitively highlight what someone's looking for.
Nice. Yeah. Let's just keep saying
Yeah.
vague things. I like this. Yeah, we could
Yeah.
show. Maybe we
Awesome.
could show them on Thursday.
Oh, that would be
Ooh,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, some shitty version of it should be out by then.
Cool.
How are
Nice.
they organized?
Can Nuke do
Randomly?
guided financial meditation, please? Maybe.
By the order in which they come in the list.
Ah.
There's no we don't
Yeah.
sort here, JFresh.
Sort by
actually-
high low, high to low.
Well, Nuke still hasn't finished the
None.
sorting algorithms course in the Java boot camp he's taking.
Aren't
Yeah.
there sort algorithms you could just import?
He hasn't learned that
There
yet.
are.
Do a bulk
He needs to
Why
learn
would
how to
I
do
add all
that.
the bells and whistles before we determine if we throw this away or not?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, here's the thing.
Definitely not getting
Thing.
thrown
Still
away.
have- You still have PTSD from what I did to your baby, the G scan.
We did talk
Yeah,
about the
that's
market. We made all our predictions already.
Yeah, there's nothing else to talk about. AI sucks. Market's overvalued. Blah blah blah. It's the same story every week. Nobody knows why you're keep coming back. Cheese.com, lots of great.
Yeah,
BD on cheese.com.
cheese.com played a major role in today's macro analysis.
Yeah. This actually, Game of Strike is brought to you by cheese.com.
Careful with that. We don't want to announce any sponsorship deals just yet.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe I could get a screen grab of this and post it in the beta channel.
No, just they can wait till
I'll give it
Thursday.
to 'em.
Let's
Yeah.
tease them.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could maybe I would allow you to take a picture of just the part that says ticker spot and then delta neutral gamma neutral vega neutral gamma max and then the empty boxes and that's it.
Just take a picture of the bottom two, like the bottom two tickers in the row, and then that's it. And see who solves it first.
Yeah.
Well, the problem
There we
is
go,
that
that's awesome.
yeah, I don't want to give it away, but
It's cool. No, I think
Not-
the concept has been proven and proven well.
Yeah, I like it. That's
I mean,
nice.
it's I don't think it's going to go anywhere. It's pretty. It's a good. People.
It's a good thing.
Ask it for it anyway. What we really
That's
need
nice.
to figure out is where those docs are.
Did
Where
you
my
say
docs
consumer
at?
credit from Friday? Hold on, let me search cheese.com. Yeah, nothing found. No, I didn't. Was it bad? What macro is coming up this week? Not much. I think Powell speaks on Tuesday. And then, like, middle end of the week, we get data. I think we get CPI Wednesday. And then, what? PPI is probably Thursday. And then end of week, like, retail sales.
No, Chair Pow. We got the Chair Pow's getting marched out in front of Congress again. That's happening.
We don't do that here at the Federal Reserve times 100.
Fucking gooned. Plus 40 billion. 40 billion in consumer credit was added? Dude, what the fuck? Did everybody buy a house for Christmas?
It was eggs.
Well, we don't know about China tariffs or not. Maybe China tariffs tomorrow. China's blocking our stuff through the International Trade Federation.
Who posted this consumer credit? Let's see. Oop.
Administration? Commission?
Oh shit.
ITC or ITA?
This consumer credit was for Christmas though. This is the week of, or the month for the month of December.
That's still crazy. That's a big bump.
Yeah. People put Christmas on finance.
People are going to be paying off Christmas in the next 12 months.
Yeah, that's a pretty big.
Can the JPY carry trade be continually unwound in a non-violent way? As the spread narrows, it's likely to get more and more violent. So initially, sure, but as the spread narrows, it's going to become much more difficult to unwind it in a way that's manageable.
Yeah, month over month change 0.8. We haven't had that big of a change in consumer credit since June of 2022.
When does this shit actually hit the fan and we all go kaboom? JFresh thinks next week. Not this week.
The 24th.
Yeah, the 24th.
24th through the 28th. NVIDIA earnings on the 26th. AI's narrative is dying.
But won't they?
NVIDIA
Yeah, but wait, hold on. If NVIDIA misses earnings, don't those people just sell and then buy Apple?
They're not going to miss.
Apple's coming out with a slightly cheaper iPhone and bringing back the home button.
Are they bringing back the home button?
On the cheaper iPhone.
Are they going to do fingerprint entry?
Yeah, there's no face recognition on the cheap
I might
iPhone.
actually buy that. The fingerprint recognition, the fingerprint button was like peak Apple iPhone. Like they got rid of it after like the 6 or the 7.
They already have the SE, but this is the new SE.
Yeah, I hate the visual thing.
No. Blue Bananas, you're not understanding. This is the new SE. Stop talking about it like it's the same product that it's been for the last 5 years. This is new.
Hey, get out of here with your heresy.
Jeez,
Get
it's
out of
like
here.
it's like some people just don't understand technology. It's advancing sideways. All right, that's enough of this. I have other things to do today.
Yeah, me too. All
Yep.
right.
All right, I'll catch all you guys later. Peace. If you guys have any questions, or there was anything I was unable to get to during the course of the stream, hit me up on the Discord and let me know. I'll be around most of the rest of the day. If Pickles picks out sometime tonight, early morning, they'll be there in the morning. And thank you guys all for tuning in. Catch you later. Peace.